Good evening all, hope we are all doing well. Welcome to Affinity Racing and another night, perfectly timed as we just enter one, another night of daily races. We're back for a new week, we're back for some new races, and I'm back to see whether or not I can keep my, I would say, good form. We've had good form recently and I want to see if we can hold on to that. It's going to be rather unlikely. I think I'm struggling around here just a little bit. But as always, we shall see how we get on. We're in a stacked A+ lobby here. P8, my starting position, based on a fairly half-decent qualifying time. But I do think I can improve that. 53.4, and I think I can get that down to the 52s, hopefully by the end of the night. Slightly later start of the stream, 7:30. Craig, good evening, mate. Hope we are all well. And I'll be finishing up around about 10 PM. So we're going to have 5 races. I have had a practice race around here. Slight disclaimer. Whilst I was doing some quali practice. So I kind of know how this race, based on the last one, how this race sort of falls. There's a few people that are doing a pit stop. And on this particular one, I'm going to try and go without a pit stop. But it did mean a bit of fuel saving. Quite high fuel depletion in this one. Let's just get the chicane right, or as best as we can. And the problem that I had on the last race was I was so scared about fuel. I fuel saved a bit too much and I dropped back, and I ended up also getting a couple of penalties as well. Luckily we don't get one there over the chicane. I thought I was going to, though. Kind of need to define exactly where those track limits are, because it seems to be a little bit on and off for me at the moment. I'm not getting it when I think I have, and then when I think I'm fine, I am getting penalties, so I need to work that one out and know for sure. Got this fellow Brit here. We had some good races with him in the last race. Got him right behind us there. We've got a big pack of cars here, all squabbling for what looks like could be P5 that they're squabbling for. P4 I think they're squabbling for. We're going to try and go around the outside here, or we have a little look around the outside, but it's not quite going to work. There we go, he's going to run him into the wall there. Ooh, that's not very good. Oh, I feel a bit sorry for him, because I am going to have to run around him here. Oh, don't push us into the wall, please. Well, he's just absolutely obliterated him there. So that's him no longer being a worry. We're up to P6 there. Promoted 2 positions for free. We may well have another one here, P5 with a half-second penalty. To go into fuel saving mode at some point though, and I feel like now is probably the right time. These guys side by side here. I need to be very careful. This WRX going for a run. He looks like he's going to try and go to the inside. Try our best to make sure he is not able to do so. Slight touch of the brakes. You can engine brake your way around here, so I found out in quali. Pick me up a couple of tenths. I apologise, guys, I've done 2 laps without even looking at chat there. No one's message anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. I should have known. But it does require quite a bit of concentration, this track. You need to try and average 10% per lap. Fuel saved a little bit too much in the last race, as I say, and I lost so much time to the leader, and I thought it was fuel saving, but also he was actually on the medium tyres, the race leader. He was doing that strategy. I don't quite think I have the outright pace just yet to go on the mediums. Try and make that one work. I think people mostly dropped back than they did actually gain from that strategy, however. to have his position here, basically. I feel like we could make this happen. Just looking at my mic a little bit there. I think I need to turn up. Right, we're all good. Oh, he's got a penalty. Right, we could have P4 then. Looks like we are going to actually get P4 here, which is good. Have that slipstream for as long as I possibly can do. Right, we just want to try and hold on to P4 here then. Good result if we do. Better result if we improve at all. But P3 is going to be just a little bit up the road here. It might be a little bit tricky to catch them, especially if they are on the medium tyres. I'm going to assume, based on pace, that they are on the hard tyres. I think. A little bit too wide there. Not quite smooth enough. This guy's going to be so close here and in the slipstream. Push a little bit more of fifth gear just before we upshift to sixth on the straight. Thankfully he's just not going to be close enough to gain. And end up going side by side into the chicane. No. Lost myself some time there. Oh, he's actually stayed behind me though. That's interesting. He actually stayed behind me there. I upshifted to fourth way too early. Got bogged down. He stayed behind us there. I can't quite work out why, but he's done it. For it this time though, I would have thought, yeah. Gonna have a better exit though, we do make a bit of contact with him. Now we're going to be going side by side. This isn't a question, that wasn't there a question of who brakes latest. It's who upshifts latest, and as we just heard there, you may not have done underneath my voice, it was him upshifting to sixth. Quicker in the GTR to hold out the gear. So it was a case of who wanted to save the most fuel to concede the place. I want to be on the safe side here, so I shifted earlier, which meant he had the advantage on that straight. Sure that I stay in third. Out of there. P4 I feel would be a good result from P8 anyways, so even P5 would be realistically. I'm just slightly concerned with how much of an advantage the front runners are eking out. If they are on the same tyre, which I do think that they are, and that's quite worrying. However, a couple of tenths gain to the leader there, so I wonder if he's actually made a big mistake somewhere. See this guy braking a lot earlier in front of me there, trying to make sure he gets the good exit. Right on the back of him again here. I'm not going to try and go around him. I'm actually going to push him along. Might live to regret that one. Still got the advantage. May as well try and go for it. This time it's me who shifts a little bit later. And as you see, he concedes the place that time round. Careful for fuel, don't want to end up pushing too hard. Ooh. Almost running a little bit too wide there. Penalty. That's going to be a penalty. Bugger. Oh man, that's so frustrating. No. Such a poor exit out of turn one as well. Cost me a lot, that. Hopefully I don't lose too much time here. Because obviously we can brake a little bit later into that right-hander. Make sure we get a good exit. Right, it's 1.3. Oh, no! It wouldn't have been too bad until we did that. Now we've got 1.8 seconds to try and catch up here. And I'm bang on it with fuel, so I can't really push anymore as well. Oh, you absolute donkey. Come on. concede that one in the end. Be able to get it back though, around the outside and then to the inside. Yeah, it's going to be enough to get that one back. He was going to go to the inside there, but again should be enough on exit here to have it back or hold on to it. It's not quite going to be, I don't think, actually. Almost pushed it too hard and ran out wide again there, not what we want. P4's running away with it now. I really, really wanted P4 as well, which is such a shame. He's braked very early there, I think. WRX, yeah. Can we then have some slipstreams to close this gap a little bit? I don't quite think so, actually. Race leader is now at a 20-second gap to me here. Well, 19. That is absolutely crazy. Such absolute ridiculous pace that is. Not that my laps have been particularly quick. I'm hoping that he needs to go into the pits, but clearly he will have started his lap by now. On to the final lap of the race. So no pit stop for him. Which is just a little bit annoying. Never mind. Oh, has he hit the wall? I think he's ruined his exit just a tiny, tiny little bit. I'm not quite sure. Has the guy up in front there as well in P4. Has he just gone off? Will he have himself a penalty? A couple of comments there, we'll catch them in just a second, sorry. Craig, I see that you actually got a mega time round here as well, so I may well be looking to you by the looks of things. I might have to look to you for a few tips to gain me a bit of time or a bit of pace. See if we can have P5 here though, the absolute closing stages of this race. Prioritise the exit here. Third gear all the way out, all the way to the top end of fourth. It's going to put us right on the back as we head to the braking zone. I think P4 has served a penalty. Zero. Oh, 0% fuel there. And just before we cross the line, we run out. Wow. There we go. That was a decent little race, that one. That was a decent little race. Evening, Stu. How are we doing? Michael, good evening as well. How are we doing? How are we doing? Hope everyone is all well. But yeah, that was a little bit of a frustrating one, wasn't it? We could have had another 2 positions out of that one. Good racing though, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much, but yeah, I could have had another couple of positions. But yeah, started P8, so not too bad. 2 positions, but we could have had 4 positions. We could have been in P4. But such is the way of the motorsport world. Not too... Jesus, that's hard to get off. There we go. Not too bad. I will take P6 in the GTR, of course. A couple of people in the WRX there. Seemingly another good car around here. Why is a bottle lid having my life so much here? There we go. Right then. Good evening to everyone tuning in. Hope we are all doing well. Is Stu suggesting the WRX there? Oh, he's asking WRX top car. Yeah, it's a mix between the two. I think the GTR is quali, but it looks like a lot of people are using the WRX in race. I think purely because, and it's going to make sense to be in that. I mean, look at this. What this is top 50, 60, 70. 77 is the only car other than the GTR, and it's the 155, and the rest are all GTR. So I think the GTR makes sense for quali, and then we possibly want the WRX, which is what I'm going to jump into now just to get a bit of practice in on the hard tyres as well, is what we want to try for race, because you can clearly fuel save a little bit easier in that whilst actually driving the car the fastest way, which is short shifting. So Bob, good evening. Who's voted in the poll, by the way, and what have you voted? Can we continue with what has been fairly decent form? Or do you think we're about to end up back on the scrap heap of race results, if that even makes any sense? So the interesting one with this was there was a few people in the first race that I did before the stream. I had a quick practice race, and there was a few people that pitted. There was a few people that started on the mediums, pushed, and then pitted onto the hards lap 7, 8, 9, some even on lap 10, which was interesting. And they still finished ahead of me, but I think they did overall lose time and position, possibly through dropping into traffic and having to pick their way back through. So it was an interesting one to watch, that one. Somebody, I think his name was Red Fox, which I've raced with him a couple of times because I recognised the name for that reason. I think he started on the hard tyres, did 1 lap, and then went on to the mediums and then pushed. Or maybe he did 2 laps, possibly 3. I'm now just lying. Maybe he did the whole race. No, he pitted very early because he dropped behind me. He soon got past me though, and then he picked his way back through. But I forgot to look. Only after the race, after I left the lobby, did I remember that I should have had a look at where he finished, because I was interested to know. Because he would have been out in clear air, no traffic, because he dropped so far back. He did then have to pick his way through once he caught up, however. But even for those few laps of clean running on the medium tyres, you're going to be saving yourself quite a bit of time potentially. Whether or not it balances out and net it is any better, I do not know. But looking at this as well, I may want to have a bit of a longer look at the WRX, because look at this, 53.8, what's that say, 887, and my previous best was a 53.443, so I'm only 0.4 off my previous best on the first lap in the WRX, and we're halfway around the lap, and I'm already above that time by quite some margin. About to lose it in the chicane there, however. That's a lot of time lost, I think. But I'm still up on that time. So that is very, very interesting then. Clearly finding the WRX a little bit easier. This is where we need James on stream, because he would have told me the WRX right from the start. But almost 7/10 there. Sub 6/10 out of the corner. This could be the car that gets us down to the 52s that I've been wanting to get to. Oh, that's too wide there. Way too deep. We've then lost all of that time that we had in the pocket. See if we can get ourselves, we will do here, we'll have enough time just, only just, to complete one more lap, I think. Short shift, remember, short shift. That's the quickest way to drive this car. Of course, saves you fuel as well, so I can see why this is a popular one in the race. But I wouldn't have thought it was so popular. It's not so popular for qualifying, but I'm questioning why it's not. Obviously quite a bit behind on my time here. Not had the best first sector, which is what's ruined me a little bit, but again, this car feels quite comfortable though. May need a race or so to settle in on the hard tyres. Gaining and gaining quite a bit there. Need short shift even earlier than that as well. Where we lost a lot of time in the previous lap. We're about to make that back up, I think. There we go, we're ahead of our time now. Half a tenth up. Didn't quite manage to cross the line, but there we go. That's not all too bad, I don't think. In that WRX, quite nicely done, if anything. So here we go then. Right, let's jump on the hard tyres and let's see what we can do. We've got one race here in the WRX to make our decision before we see where the rest of the night goes. We're going to be streaming till 10 PM, so we got another 4 races here. We'll get one race done in the WRX, and then we'll maybe decide where it is that we go from there. Let's start recording as well while we're on. Right, what's people's predictions then? Who's voted in the poll and who said that we're going to be doing crap tonight? The Tenza's the best on fuel, might not need any saving. That's interesting. That is Womble said the Atenza's good, no fuel saving, might be good in race. wouldn't have thought pitting was worth it. Yeah, it depends. Do you know what it is? I was thinking this earlier. Let's just quickly change the fuel map. I was thinking this earlier. I preferred... Part of me partly prefers the days when I was like not that good, and the days where sometimes pitting would be like basically the kind of pace where you are at, where pitting would be the same time as just running long, because I found that was a lot more interesting, those kind of like C-rated lobbies where you were like, oh, what are they going to do? I don't know if are they going to pit, are they not, and all that sort of stuff. And it's kind of a weird one because now I'm a little bit quicker and a little bit better, not by much, but a little bit. It feels like that's no longer a thing. People work out the quickest strategy, like by, you know, the daily races go live, whatever it is, 9, 10 o'clock on the Monday morning. By the first race, we've already worked out the quickest strategy. And so that feels like it's a little bit of and everybody's doing the same strategy in these lobbies. So that sometimes, I feel like there's something lost in that, to be honest. But yeah. Right, let's lift just a little bit here. Oh, still going to the back of him there, despite braking and lifting very early. I think it was the guy in front there, Delta, who P5 almost ran into the back of. Don't know if he was avoiding anybody or trying to. But there's a GTR in front of him. I'm going to try not to run too far wide here. Well, already, oops, no, I don't know which way to go here. Oh, I knew he was going to go defensive there. I didn't know what was the best way to go because I couldn't tell if he was going to go defensive. I just knew that it would be my luck that he would do. Possibly lose a position here as well. I want to keep my eye on the fuel though, not the radar. Again, we're in the slipstream. We're going to have to lift and brake quite early. Actually, sod it. I'm going for it. Elbows out. That one was a little bit questionable, I'll be honest. Even from me, that was a little bit questionable. Alongside by the time we hit the apex. So it was definitely an elbows out kind of move. But here we go though. Look at this, P3 serving himself a penalty. I don't know what on earth has happened to P2. But he's also going slow. And look at this behind us here. Let's not get caught up in it though. Let's not get caught up in it. To the apex, foot down. Right, we're behind P2 here. What's everyone's thoughts on my overtake into the chicane? We were alongside as we went to the apex, but sometimes when I hear that in motorsport and I see that, you know, F1 as well, I always find that I don't sometimes feel like that is a justifiable reason for that being that person's corner, even though it's written in regulations and everything else. Because, you know, say the braking zone's 200 yards back and you've got a car braking at 200 yards and making his way to the apex. If I just don't brake and just drive through, we are going to meet at the apex, either alongside or me ahead, and I'm the one that's in the wrong. So it's kind of a black and white alongside at the apex. Doesn't always work. It's not a clear-cut sort of rule. But he was going a lot slower, so I felt like it was justified to try and make my way past. I just need to try and hold on to this slightly wide or slightly offline out of the chicane there. Well, if this is the kind of results we can expect in the WRX, I'm all for the WRX. I will happily take a P3. Just need to keep an eye on this fuel though. I feel like I've been letting it go the past few laps there, not been looking after it too well. One of the cars getting tagged there, P4 and 5 tagging each other, I think. He's just kept it on there. He's just kept that on. I thought that was going to be going wide enough to serve a penalty. Not quite. Delta's up into the lead there as well now. I've just noticed he's P1. Turbo Toby in front of us here. Do with a bit of turbo to defend from me. We end up pushing them through that corner there. We've got the slipstream here though. We get the move done. Almost like we were on a DRS straight there. Easily fly past him, courtesy of that slipstream. I don't think he had a particularly poor exit, so I think that's just purely slipstream that. He backs off. He's then put himself into danger there. Someone's looking at that position, that podium position now. He backs off, clearly an accident. I thought he was just annoyed. I thought he was deciding to break my rear wing there just in case I did have DRS. Laughing at my own jokes. Right. Fuel again, I need to keep an eye on here. Ironically, I mentioned that the WRX is a bit easier to save fuel because you have to short shift to drive a bit quicker. And here's me now struggling to fuel save and being under fuel. It's only going to be by about 1% though as we cross this line here. We want it to be on 60, would have been our target. P1 with a slight mistake a bit earlier on there. Toby's back on us yet. We get a good exit though. Oh, we've got a good gap here. He's not going to be closing us before this chicane. Although look at the slipstream. Clearly, I didn't realise Gran Turismo went to this much detail, but I presume that because the WRX is such a bigger car, that me punching a hole in front with a bigger car, the slipstream is a bit more effective. Who said they weren't the real driving simulator? Ooh! Too busy watching behind to even that's the second time. That's the second time. Too busy looking behind to realise where I was on track. That's damage that we've got to our rear there now. This is someone else now looking for the position. So that's twice. That's a little bit frustrating. We've got damage. And this Diego guy is now well and truly on us. He tries to pull out of the slipstream as late as he possibly can do, and he ends up tapping us and giving us a bit of a push. Want this podium though. rinsed through the pack there. So is he on the medium tyres maybe? He started a bit further back, he's on the mediums? Possibly? How's he had that much pace? Surely he's got to be on the medium tyre. It's a little bit frustrating that, because that was twice in that same braking zone, and then we've lost the position kind of because of it the second time round. So that is a little bit frustrating. Now we're well out of slipstream range here. We will be if we hit the wall like that. Toby's now going to look for the move. Is he? Or is he going to sit behind? He's going to sit behind. He's lifted there. I went a bit too close to the barrier on the inside and got a bit scared there. Lifted too much. No. Look at this. It's a battle for third here. But it's a battle between 4 cars, and 3 of them are after me. Alright, Toby's dropped again there. I really, really hope this guy in front has to pit. He's absolutely... Look at that, he's left us there. 3 seconds. So I'm really hoping he's on medium tyres. He's absolutely flying. 3.7. He's probably took out 7 or 8 tenths per lap. Maybe he's even more. So I really do hope that he's on a better tyre than me. Otherwise I'm going to feel a bit stupid that someone in what is a slightly slower race car having to fuel save is just, or he's not fuel saving and doesn't realise yet. I feel like I've seen him in a previous race, so he must know, surely. Here now. There we go. Who's that on the mediums? Delta's on the mediums. Right, race leader on the medium tyres then. This opens it up. As is P2, my word. Right, we're going to come out into the lead here then. With what, 10-second advantage? Well, to those guys, sorry, not to the guys behind me, obviously. But what are they going to be? They're going to be so far down the grid. Is that possibly going to be worth it? I wouldn't have thought so. How far down the grid are they going to be from me now? time. He's desperate to get past me in this corner, isn't he? It's a weird one going into there. It's not a clear-cut overtaking opportunity, I don't think. But I guess it can be one of those where it may look like the door is open kind of thing. Either that or I'm just braking way earlier than you should be, and that's why he's going into the back of me, which I can believe that one as well, so... Final lap. Let's not drive like that. We're going to throw the position away here. Sorry, it's not final lap. Penultimate lap. Hope he doesn't look for this same move again. We've got the exit. We've got a really good exit there, actually. Come on, we just need to hold on to it now. And we need to watch the fuel, actually. That's the other thing now. I'm going to start trying to lift and coast a little bit here. Just watch those gears a little bit more as well. We're 2% under here to what we wanted to be. We need a 10% per lap. We're down to 8% here. Keeping a check on these guys behind now. This is proving difficult. Right, they're side by side fighting each other here. WRX on an absolute rampage. He's going to go to the inside. Going to yield that position, hopefully temporarily here. It's going a bit too tight. We touch in the chicane. He's going to be very pleased with himself if he gets a last lap overtake for P1 into the chicane there, isn't he? Might just have this as well. I'm gonna be so annoyed with myself if he does, which I think he does, you know. No. Possibly going to lose P2 here as well. Oh no! No. No. Can we have P3? Please, we need P3. We need P3. We need P3. Where's that finish line? Where's the... Oh my god, thank god for that. Well, we at least... Oh! They had penalties. He had a penalty there. So we do get P2. Oh, I didn't need to push as hard to try and catch him there. Ah! Oh, well, doesn't that just reveal all? Oh, he had a... Hang on a minute. He had a one... No. What's he got? He's got a 1 second penalty. So how did Toby end up with the win? Oh, did he have a 1 minute penalty? Yes, he had a 1 minute penalty. Right, I thought I saw him drop down. So he had a 1 minute penalty. I was getting confused with this guy here. So Toby ended up with the win. I did not need to push and use up that last few percent of fuel there, but I was desperately trying to hold on to P1. But that explains why he was so quick, because he wasn't stopping, and he would have been on the mediums the whole time. So that is a little bit annoying. Ah, my word. That was still good fun though. 5 positions race. We were very fortunate in that race in a lot of respects, and then so unlucky in the last corner there, or the last couple of corners, the last lap. Wow, that was really good fun. That was really, really, really good fun. Good luck and bad luck in equal measure there is what I say about that one. Man. Right, let's make a note of that one. Let's make a note of that race. Get that one up on the old YouTube. Right, let's go again. What do we think of that one then? That was good fun. But let's see if we can improve our time. I feel like I know that I can. .4. Let's see, I want to get this down to the 52s. I feel like it's got to be doable. I feel like braking a little bit earlier is worth it in the WRX, just to try and keep a bit more momentum, given the way that you have to short shift this thing. Whereas the GTR, sorry, I feel is a little bit later on the brakes, and then you can push. Because third gear gets you out of that corner very well. Tyres sliding there. Let me get my foot down in 5th though. To 6th as well. Possibly I can be braking a little bit later there. Just need to make sure that you're still getting turned in. Let's have a look at these sector times. So 39.4 and a 30.9. I'll be honest with you, actually, off the top of my head, I don't know if that means good or bad. But I will see when we cross this line. Feels like an okay lap. Maybe he's lost a bit in the chicane. Okay, we need 6/10 taken off that basically. go, go. Yes. Right, 4 tenths up. I need more than that though. I need more than 6 tenths to improve on my time. Because of course that is what we're trying to do. I'm going to be down quite a bit there, aren't I? Right, we're going to be nearly 5 tenths up on this one. I want another tenth out of that though. Just going to have to find out on this lap where I can get it, as opposed to actually completing a lap in time. Oh man, that's probably where I can get it because I messed up like that on the previous lap as well. So just see how far we can get ahead. If we can get ahead on this lap here. Yeah, a bit of time needed, both in lap time and actual time, to just sit there and try and improve on that. But I feel like the WRX is the quicker car for me out of all of that. So that is, well, interesting is about the right word. For some reason, just very quickly, yeah, for some reason my comments seem to be a little bit behind on Streamlabs versus what they are on YouTube, so apologies everyone for missing it. Missed last race, had to go back to see P2. Hang on a minute, what's that mean? What's that say, Craig? Missed last race, had to go back to see P2. Put the right tyres on for a start. Right, yeah, I don't know why that's been any sort of, I don't know why that's been weird, but anyways, there we go. Right, so job's a good one. What can we do in this one then? What can we do in this one? P10, as we can see, people are starting to improve their times as well. We're dropping down the order just a little bit. 52.6 is the top spot. I think that's roughly what your qualifying time is, Craig, isn't it? Watkins in this one, I've just spotted there. Womble as well in this one. Right. Then. Let's see. Oh, we should be fuel saving. Get some fuel saving on the go before we rinse this one. Someone must have left a little bit further up. We're starting P9 this time round. Let's just try and stay on the back of these guys. Going to keep an eye on radars and things like that. Worry about fuel after the first couple of laps. I know how I need to drive now in this thing to try and save a bit of fuel as well as drive fairly quickly. Well, this guy dropping off quite a bit there. That's weird. Just started gaining loads to him there. So hopefully I can get past all of these without losing too much time. Not quite going to happen. Bit of front end damage there. Get past Delta. Early on the brakes there. P7. Losing a lot of time here. This GTR's fuel saving, of course. It's tricky to get past it there through these S's there. Hopefully now can we get past. He's in the slipstream though. Oh, he's going to look for it. Oh, we're going to get caught up in that one. Oh, that was never going to end well. Luckily for all three of us there, it just didn't end badly. Try and have this run around the outside. Also not quite. Oh shoot! Almost went into the side of someone there. Thinking I was trying to ram it off. That was not the case. Just didn't see him in the radar. A little bit of door-to-door contact. Right, up to P6 here. Hopefully, up to P7. Sorry. Hopefully we can have P6. I should say. Too aggressive, that one. Got me nowhere quick, that did. But we get through. Right, a bit of time cost with those overtakes there. This GTR here as well. Try and get to the inside of him there. Yeah. Those GTRs, they have to do so much saving, and it feels like it's a bit of a breeze to get past them. moment. Right, 4.5 to the lead then. Oh no, lost it. 4.9 to the lead. Keeping a check on this. 4.8, sorry, 4.7 now. So I'm going to keep a check on that as we go, just as a bit of a reference. Don't quite think I'm going to catch up to the leader, but it's good to know. Viking already up to P3. Can't remember where he was starting. Don't think he was starting in P3. He's gained a couple of places. Right, this is what I'm going to call my fuel-saving stint now. Not having to battle with people, drive a little bit more sensibly, hopefully just get in a couple of clean laps. Bang on the money again with fuel there, which is good. .7 at the next position, so we're going to see if we can try and close that. .6. Not going to try and watch it too much. Too much of a distraction at times, as we all know. Oh, there we go. Someone served a penalty. I think someone served a penalty. Yeah, 2 seconds in front now. We could have potentially get to the back of P4 here with a couple of good laps. Sort of get ourselves within a sort of slipstream range. unless the race leader is doing a lot of defending and fighting. I presume he's on the same tyre as me, as he's not broken the kind of lead that we've seen previous leaders do when they've then been on the medium. So a 2-second gap here. We just need to try and pull about 8 tenths, get within that glorious slipstream range. Within 7 seconds of the leader here. Just outside of 7 seconds, I should say. Someone else serving a penalty there, so now he becomes P4. We're on at the back of him. Slipstream down the main straight will help us out here. It's not going to be quite as helpful as I thought, because we're now right behind him. He's still going to catapult us forward quite a bit though, so I'm actually going to stick to the outside here. Clearly that was rather stupid. Misjudged that one, thought I might have been able to get around past and into the braking zone before we even got into the corner. Thought I could have got past and round him. Oh, track limit, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it as soon as I went over there. Right, let's hopefully not lose too much time to this then. Serve this here. That's such a relief for him, I bet. Let's hopefully not lose too much time though. Look at how close we were to him and look at the distance that we've now got. Actually, was that a 1 second penalty or 1.5? That was a 1 second penalty, wasn't it? Yeah, because it costs you on this one. It cost me there about 1.7. The gap that I was to him. That's where we are now. Mistake there as well. Come on, last few laps. This is where it counts. Closing back to him. I should have this, yeah. No. Penalty that. I think both of us might have a penalty there. He might not, but I definitely do. Yeah, there we go. There it is. Ah, bugger. Right, come on. I need to have a bit of confidence that we can still do this. Half-second penalty included. If we catch up to him here and we get level with him by the time we serve that penalty. We took out 1.7 seconds to him previously there in that last lap, or last 2 laps, so there we go. I said if we could get level by the time we hit this braking zone, I feel like I would be able to catch back. We've got a half-second penalty that we've just served. Drops us about a second behind. Like 8/10 behind here. I feel like we could possibly get this back. We just need to race exceptionally well. We need just basically an absolutely mega final lap here. Down to 7/10 as we head to the penultimate corner. Foot down there. Look at all these penalties that we've had. Think of the penalties that we've had in this race, how much it's cost us. We should be well up the road. There we go. Got the slipstream. It's not helping us out all too much at the moment. It's a good exit here, yellow flag. Oh, now we're racing for the podium. Now we're racing for the podium. After that yellow flag. And someone binning it. There we go, look at that. We've closed this gap yet again. We'll go for it in the braking zone. Questionable. Focus on the exit, focus on the exit, focus on the exit. Oh, he's got it. He's got it. He's got it. Bugger. Tell you what though, more good racing that. That was some really, really good racing still. Really enjoyed that. Whew. feel like we could have had that. Look at how close Viking was to the win. Less than 3/10. Less than 3/10 off the win. Oh, Viking, so close. So close. Let's see if I can reach a cherry Pepsi from here. We got it. Oh, controller's stuck under the fridge now. Whee, there we go. Let's get on the cherry Pepsis. It's not quite the champagne for the podium, but it will do. Cherry Pepsis for P4, champagne for P3, cherry Pepsi for P4. Nice race. Cheers, Craig. Enjoyed that one. It's been good racing around here. I wasn't expecting it. I'll be honest. I was expecting, as I hinted at in the thumbnail, in the title of the stream, thinking that this was where my good form would end, but it's actually not been too bad. Womble there, P6 as well. He started quite far back, didn't he? I think Womble. So he's had good pace to manage that one. Really good that. Where was the guy that finished? He was P5. Great race that. Great race. Oh, did I not send him that message? Oh, was he gone? Oh, he left. He left. Never mind. Decent. In the Huracan. Wow, I didn't even notice which car he was in. In the Huracan. Bloody hell, that is brave. That's all I can say about Womble. That is all I can say about him on that one. Brave. I'm annoyed because the amount of penalties that we had there, we probably should have been just behind Viking for P2. We probably had about... Well, we had two 1 second penalties and then we had a ½ second, I think. Is that right? So, when all said and done, 2.5 seconds has probably cost us maybe 6 seconds. Something like that. In total. Keep 5th here and then shift to 6th here, just to make sure you don't get bogged down a little bit on the way up the hill. Yeah, I knew that was a penalty straight away. Oh, just continue. Continue, because we're not going to manage to complete 2 laps after that anyway. got a penalty that our Ghost is going to serve there, but I don't think it's going to gain us 4 seconds, is it? Which is about what we need to start gaining some time, or improving on our time. It's going to take us to about 3.1 there, though. So yet again, about 3/10 short of being able to improve my time. Oh, about, what's that? About a 1/10.5 short there on that one. Gained quite a bit in the last sector there, must have done. Oh, I tell you. I know that there's a 52 in there somewhere, you know. And I know that that's 4.5 tenths away from where I am now, but I've got it in there. I know. Normally I like to think that I'm quite reasonable about qualifying time. Normally I know if I'm only, you know, I normally say there's only a 10th left in there, or there's a couple of tenths left in there. But I know for sure. I just need to find them. I can get down to a 52. I've got, surely. I just know I can do it. Right, P8 on this one then. Pretty much all the same guys in this one. Key in this one as well, starting from the back. So we want to watch. We want to watch for him. Right, we've seen that there. I changed tyres to the hard tyres. So Key at the back, not setting a quali time. Where is he going to end up? I do wonder. Right, we're starting on the hard tyres, as I think everyone is now. I think we've all everyone realising that it's the way to do it. What can we do? Right, now have a look at this there. D-Easy P7 was ghosted there, and we've seen this before where a car is ghosted from the start of the race for seemingly no reason. So this is a little bit weird. Stu says knock him off. That's not very nice, Stu. Do I sense some sort of dislike or gripe? Whoa! Delta gets himself... Well, he doesn't get himself anything. He doesn't get himself away off the line at all. So we'll not be happy about that. Are we just literally going to be able to drive through this guy like we have done before when we've seen this? It certainly looks that way. Such a weird glitch, this. And hard to know exactly what we should be doing, really. No, it is pushing him along. He is legitimately there. So I wonder if he doesn't know that he's ghosted on our screens. I think that must be the case. Come on. I'm eyeing up a podium this race. Might be unrealistic, but I'm eyeing it up for sure. I wonder if he's ghosted on everybody else's screen. Because it's so weird in a situation like that. You've then got to try and work out which cars are ghosted and which ones aren't, which is not very good. We get past him though, so hopefully it's no longer a worry. Whoa! What's going on there? Oh, that's a bit of a shame, that. That is a real shame, that. We should be well up the road. Oh, no. We should be well up the road. Look at all this. Still sensing a podium though. We're down to P8, but I still feel like a podium. I'm still feeling pretty optimistic here. Oh my god, if you no longer go for a gap. Whoo-hoo, you know what they say. God, that was close. That was close. He just saw us at the last second. Or the last millisecond, I think. Let's get a good run out here. I fancy having P6 by the exit of the next corner. Come on. Ah, okay. Too confident. Getting too cocky. Right. Needle serves a penalty there. We're going to get round him here, though we're not. Side by side into the braking zone. We do get round him actually very last minute. I lost a bit of time there. I lost a bit of time. Can't move under braking like that. That's what happens when you move under braking. Someone who is braking his way into the space that you're about to move into is going to end up going into the back of you, my friend. Is he going to yield this position? I really hope he is. Yes, he is. Is that going to be a penalty? Probably. I really hope that it isn't, though. It's not. Good, good, good. Right, I said I wanted a podium in this race. We've already had our challenges. Dropping down a couple of positions, back down to 8th. Here is the podium position. We're going to go to the inside for it here. We're going to have to work for it. Cost us a minute amount of time, but it is absolutely worth it. Out of the corner, up to 4th, good run. These guys are costing each other time as well there, because even though we've had to go offline to get that move done, we're still catching them. One's in a GTR. I think is the guy in front in an Alpha, which might explain the lack of pace. If so, and I say lack of pace, I'm not being offensive, but if I'm catching up, then there's a lack of pace. So we're going to say a lack of pace. I presume that is because if he is in the Alpha, he's having to fuel save quite a bit. Key up to P8 there. Said I wanted a podium, we've got the podium, and now I want a little bit more. Just need to watch the fuel because we've been pushing quite a bit there. Yeah, I'm quite a bit behind, to be honest with you. I'm at 65% now. I should be at 65% in about 5 corners time, so we need to be careful. This is where we should be hitting that kind of 65%. We're down to 62, 3% under. .1 to the leader as well, so we want to keep a check on that. His name is Clio RS, but I don't think he's in the Clio RS. In fact, I know he's not. It does look like an Alpha to me, or it might actually be the WRX, to be honest. Can't quite tell from here. It's only a few pixels. He is starting to break away now, seemingly because he doesn't have P2 on the back of him. We're having to work very hard for this podium. Look at this, Key's already up to P5. So we're having to work hard for this podium. I think it was probably a guarantee that Key would have been getting past us. We're going to have to work even harder for it if we have to defend against him. Right, this GTR as well. What's he going to be doing? Go to the inside there, but we were always going to get the better exit. He's going to push to keep the position. Brake a little bit earlier, yeah. Get the better exit. Manages to hold on, fair play to him. We have had to lift there not to go onto the back of him and push him off. Key now the one that is behind us there, going to be eyeing up this position, I'm sure. Right, I'm just hoping that those guys kill each other up ahead, basically. One second penalty for P3. We can have ourselves back on the podium here. Oh, I think he's made a mistake in the chicane. We've gained on him quite a bit there. We've not gained on him, sorry, but we've managed to extend that gap a bit there. Right, luckily for us, Key is going to end. Oh, Key's got a penalty. Oh, there we go. Hopefully he's nothing. We don't have to worry about him at all then. With a bit of luck. 2.9 to these guys. Do our best to try and close the gap here. Proving difficult though. thought it would do. Come on, 4 laps to go, 3.5 laps to go, 2.9 the gap. Hopefully we don't need to worry about anyone behind us. Sorry Craig, I'll catch those comments in a second. About that ghosted car there at the start. Someone with a very loud motorbike. Outside, I don't know if you can hear that on the mic, but there we are. 2.7 now, the gap. Losing time. Okay, 1.6 behind us. He's literally took out 2/10 in turn 1. I really want this podium, but I feel like he's going to have the position off us. Look at that, he's caught 3/10 in the first sector. I need to not watch him, no, I need to watch what's going on up ahead. That's where the opportunities are at. We were down to there. Just need to work that corner out a little bit better because I'm not very quick through there. This one I kind of feel like I've got relatively comfortable. 2 seconds the gap to these guys though. Keys ran wide. Keys going to have a penalty there. Right, we might just hold on. My God. I feel like it's been quite a static race. We've stayed in P3 for quite a bit, but my word, it's been intense. Constantly watching in front of us and behind. I feel like these guys are going to trip over each other. I really do. Kind of hoping for it. Oh, just nearly lost the back end of the car there. Just nearly lost the back end of the car, unsettled it a bit too much on the brakes while I was trying to turn. 1.6, 1.6, come on, 1.5. Come on, they're tripping each other up. They're going to trip each other up. Last lap, last lap. If I just hold on to the podium, I'm happy, but... Go, 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 go. Do need to watch for fuel though. I've not been watching for fuel very well. Maybe this is what these two are realising as well, as they start to slow each other up. I'm well behind on my fuel allowance. Can I get round this lap on 7% fuel? Well, isn't that the question we would all love to know the answer to? I'm going to hope that I can do here. Kind of in the slipstream range, almost, sort of, kind of. I am, I think. I am, I think. Gaining anything to them. Penalty. Yeah, knew it. I knew it. Yeah, I knew it. Pushed too hard. I've done it again. I've done it again. No! Oh, I'm so bad at saving fuel. Here's to hoping I get across the line. Am I going to lose this position as well? Am I going to lose this position as well? No. No! Key still got a podium. Key still got a podium. Oh, it's just a visual glitch. Ghost is on his own. Only visually ghosted. That's weird. Oh, that's weird. Oh, bugger. Ooh. Dropping my Galaxy Ripple. Right, that's annoying. That is annoying. Let's do it again. But let's do good. Oh, third and fourth ran out of fuel as well. I got you. That explains that one then. Oh, I can't believe that, honestly. So annoying. So close to the podium. I had my YouTube video worked out and everything for that one as well. Thinking that we were going to get the podium. Quite a tough race though, to be fair. We dropped down, we gained a few positions, we ended up dropping down to P8. I felt like a podium was on. I felt like just watching everything on that goes on up ahead, you just think there's got to be someone trips up here. But that's the thing as well, like we were saying there, third and fourth ran out, so they must have been fighting so much. Everybody on track. Mistake there, surely. That's a penalty. That's the corner I feel like I need to work out and practice on and nail a little bit better. This one I don't feel too bad on, as long as I don't run too far wide, which I have done a couple of times. Trying to get down on the power a bit too early. Well off the pace. I literally need 1.1 seconds out of that. It all begins in turn one. It all begins in turn one because it is such a long straight after this. You're flat out for so long. You really need a good exit to be accelerating all this way through. That was a big one. That was a big one. I want to try and get that chicane a bit better as well. Good exit out of turn one, that. Really good exit out of turn one. Whoa! Big snap there, big snap. Pushing too hard now. Pushing too hard. This is the thing, maybe it's elsewhere that I need to make up the time. Maybe that chicane's not too bad. Isn't it? It's got to be. Yeah. Ah! Annoying. Oh, it's annoying because honestly, there's a 52 in there. It's a 52.8 or a 52.9. I've been nowhere near it, but I just know that it's there. I just know that it is there. My best time's still in the GTR though. But yeah, struggling for sure to try and just to nail down that extra bit of pace. Earlier on, that was rank, I think it was like 410 or something like that. So we dropped 100 places. There you are, Craig. Top 100, my friend. Look at that. 66 with a 152.3. Absolutely rapid, mate. That is tremendous. I didn't realise you were actually that high up. 52, of course. It's not far off at all. That is mega pace, that, mate. Mega pace. 51.4. I mean, that's just alien speed, that. That is just absolutely insane. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, before we get into this race, a couple of things. I'm now going to start, or I'm going to try, whenever I don't have a gig with the band, whenever I don't have a gig on the Friday night, I'm going to stream. And we're going to get a second account set up, and we're going to have a bit of a laugh, and we're going to do that. We're going to do that, basically. We're going down that old route that all the other actual GT Sport YouTubers sim racing YouTubers have gone and done. We're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to set up a second account. So yeah, so whenever I don't have a gig with the band, whoa, change tires, almost forgot about that. Whenever I don't have a gig with the band on Fridays where I'm free to do so, I will be streaming. And we're going to be streaming on the second account. And if maybe we've got the Saturday night available, I might do that. But I normally spend a bit of time with Layla at some point in the weekend. Or try to. So maybe it's not so regular on the Saturdays, even if they are available. Without any gigs with the band. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. Because I want to get some more live streaming done, along with more videos and everything else. As I say, I've started putting out, or I've scheduled a load of them at the moment. A few going out over the next few days. Some YouTube shorts talking about all things F1. So sat and recorded those. And yeah, hopefully keep them busy. Right, do we think that a podium's on the cards in this one? I just need to do a better job of bloody fuel saving, and then we should hopefully be all right. But I don't quite know. See what we can do in this one. Keep our fingers crossed, our toes crossed, our legs crossed. Makes it a bit difficult to drive doing that though. Driving with your legs crossed. Right, get ourselves a good launch. Let's get a good exit here. I feel like that was an okay exit. It's matched the pace of everybody else basically, so it must have been all right. That's two GTRs there that are right next to each other. Green and yellow cars are P6 and 5. I feel like that was probably a penalty, but we got away with it being first lap, I think. Two seconds to the leader. Look at that. P1 to 8. 8 cars covered by 1.7 seconds. My word. Is this asking for trouble or what? We get one position there. Possibly going to have another one on exit here. We get round the outside. the outside on here. We end up almost getting pushed to the outside. Right, here we go then. We're going to have a run on P6. I'm going to stay behind him though. I'm not going to go for this. Couple of people running wide there. Oh, here we go. Oh, big crash up ahead. Oh, and they're back onto the track as well. P3 and P2 with a penalty. Oh, this could be our race. This could be our race. Or are we next? P1 going slowly there as well. So much so that he then becomes P2. I'm easing off the gas here very early. Let you guys go ahead. Yeah, lovely. Perfect. Oh, no! We get tagged. Oh man, no! We end up the worst off of all. Oh, how unlucky could we have been there? I hung back there purposely to try and avoid the carnage, and we end up getting caught up in all of the carnage. Christ. That is absolutely tragic. Absolutely tragic. Are we now going to have to try and fight our way through the pack here? Try and be on some sort of absolute lethal recovery mission. So it seems. So frustrating, that. So frustrating. Just as I was saying, it looked like it could have been our race as well. Spoke way too soon there. Got some great overtaking opportunities this track, but if you are stuck behind a group of cars like this, it'd be so difficult to try and pick your way through. So difficult to try and pick your way through. Oh, when I saw everybody going off earlier, I thought I was in luck. I thought I was in luck. Fento in P1. Whoa, that's slow. That's slow. I wonder if he's got damage or something there. I don't know what's going on. Right, this has become a recovery race, or sort of damage limitation. How much damage to our race can we limit? We're still within 7 seconds of the race leader, which is what's crazy. 7 seconds separating or covering 11 cars here, which is just insane. So it's still kind of aware, you know, anything can happen sort of thing. Just need to start trying to save a little bit of fuel here. A little bit better than what I am doing at the moment. Womble in the Huracan there again, look. What an absolute maniac. Stupid to try and go around the outside, wasn't it? Oh, and then we lose another place. Brilliant. Again, look at this. Still super close to the you know, this whole pack, 12 cars, all less than a second gap to each other. Penalty for running out there. That doesn't gain you any time. No. Oh, that's a shame. I feel like it's quite a harsh penalty, that one. I knew it was coming. I did run wide. But there's absolutely nothing to be gained. You're losing time by being that far out. For sure. But track limits is track limits, isn't it? Got the switch back. Nice. Right, P12. Well, what a shite race to end on, eh? It was an entertaining first couple of laps, but we've just not managed to make the progress that we need to. Everybody's still running fairly close, though. I mean, 12 seconds to the leader is not too bad for P12 in terms of field spread. Right, now we can have P11. Surely we can have this GTR now. We've been behind him for so long. Still not going to get him yet. Now, surely he's just able to put that power down a little bit more. Both of us onto the grass there. This guy's serving a penalty up ahead here as well. Who's this? Norb there. Needle, sorry. Oh, that's well, that's unnecessary. Why do I get the feeling that wasn't an accident? Someone in on the mediums, we'll have that place. Free position. Feel like we should be much further up though, don't we? A free P10 is not quite as good as a free P1 that we thought we were going to get earlier on. Two positions right in front of us, yeah, whether or not I think we could get these, it's unlikely. I tell you what though, we might be surprised, considering this pack has somehow ended up being so close to the leader. In the way that it has been, everybody's kind of within 1 second. I think there's a fair chance there might be a few people that have pushed a little bit too much. Whereas actually on this race we've sort of done the opposite. We've managed to fuel save fairly well, which kind of partly also explains perhaps our struggle to get through the field. So you never know, there might be one or two people falling a little bit short before the line. I mean, this is what we're talking about here. Look at this. This has got to be a recipe for disaster. There's P6 at the front of this pack. P6. Which is well ahead of where I thought we could have been. They must be fuel saving like crazy, these two GTRs now. Oh, he's lost it. Oh, he almost lost it. Is that door open? Is that door open? We did make a bit of contact with him there. I will hold my hands up on that one. Right, it looks like a P9 for us, unless we do have anybody tripping up before the line. There we are then, P9 on what ends up being a bit of a nightmare recovery race. A recovery race that we didn't recover from. Sadly, it actually becomes PA because there's a couple of penalties being handed out there. But my word, that carnage at the beginning. Whew. Insane. Absolutely insane. How would you even cope with that? But there we go. We will take the P8. We will round out the stream there. Appreciate everybody stopping by as always. Bit of a weird one, isn't it? There was some good races there, some decent results. I don't know if the stream just felt a little bit flat because of that. There was ups and downs. There wasn't too much going on in some of the races. It's quite a long race, isn't it? You've got to have a bit of patience at Watkins, Glen. So I felt like we'd done all right there, though. P8 wasn't quite what we wanted on that one, or it was P9 until we got promoted because of the penalty. So yeah, a little bit of a weird one, but I appreciate everybody stopping by. And as I say, we're going to try and get some more streams up, some more videos up, and all that sort of stuff, as I keep promising. And yeah, plenty of YouTube shorts. So if you spot them in your feed, the YouTube shorts that are, there's a few of them going out this week. So make sure you give it a little like and comment on it as well with some thoughts, because it's all F1 related. And it's all some rather controversial opinions, courtesy of me. So let me know what you all think. Anyways, we will end it there. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Thanking you very much for watching. Let me catch this name on Twitch here. Jarvis with the GGs. Thank you very much, mate. Were you in that lobby, or have you just spotted the stream on Twitch? Either way, yeah, not too bad, all things considered. That race I felt like had so much potential, but just wasn't to be. I will try and get back on stream in the week. What day that will end up being, I'm not too sure. Caught the last 10 minutes. Spotted on Twitch. Caught the last 10 minutes. Well, appreciate you stopping by, mate. Thank you so much for dropping a comment as well. Yeah, if you caught the last 10 minutes, catch the few minutes before that, and you will see a little bit of carnage, because that was absolutely mental. And thank you for following there as well. I've just spotted that come up on Streamlabs there. What an absolute hero. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you in another stream there, mate. I'll hopefully see everybody else in another stream as well. If not, another video. If not, then on track itself. So I shall catch you all hopefully a little bit later in the week. Get my words out. And I shall see you all in a bit. Toodles!